everybody, and welcome to the latest edition of LM's Weekly Wrap. This is our 13th edition of the Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover all the events which have occurred in the domestic markets, the international markets, and its implications on the stock market valuations. First of all, we start off with the global markets. In the global markets, I think the US markets, we've seen the dollar index continues to range at a higher level. We have the US 10-year benchmark bond yield, which touched 4.23% yesterday. So I think this is hinting towards higher interest rates going forward, and that is making emerging markets quite nervous. Most of the economies are struggling on account of the strengthening dollar. So I think the global challenges continue to be very tough for a lot of emerging markets. For India also, the story is not different. We've seen the rupee plunge to a new low, hitting 83 levels, and finding it difficult to balance itself at these levels also. So the falling rupee continues to be a cause of concern, especially from the point of view of inflation. This can really fuel inflation in a big way and kind of destabilize the economy. So this is the biggest challenge at the moment. On the positive side, we have the crude oil prices, which have been kind of stable at $92. So I think that would be some relief, at least for the markets at this point of time. These are the global developments. The challenges persist, of course, and as far as the domestic markets are concerned, I think that would be the area of much interest at present, because we have entered into the very busy earnings season. The earnings season continues. We've got a lot of numbers which have been announced, and a lot of companies which are likely to announce their numbers even today, tomorrow, and the next week. So first of all, we start off sector wise. A lot of sectors which are where a lot of companies have declared their numbers. First of all, we start off with the star sector of this week, which is the banking sector. We've seen some good reactions to numbers which are announced. In some cases, we've seen profit booking also. The star of this week was Axis Bank. With strong numbers, I think the stock gave a very good performance in today's market. We've seen smaller banks like Federal Bank, which have performed very well, and the markets have given a thumbs up to their performance. There are certain banks like HDFC Bank which have given a largely muted reaction to their numbers. We've seen banks like IndusInd Bank and Bajaj Finance, where there's been profit booking also after they have announced a strong set of numbers. So this is the banking side of the whole thing, and I think today we're seeing some good moves from Kotak Mahindra Bank, State Bank of India, which are slated to announce their numbers tomorrow. So this is the banking side of the whole thing. The banking sector has ruled the roost as far as the last week is concerned. After this, we have the FMCG space. There was a lot of skepticism in the market that FMCG demand is likely to be impacted on account of the spiraling costs, the higher inflation. But we've seen numbers being announced by Nestle. I think Nestle posting a good set of numbers. The commentary has been quite strong. At the same time, we've seen a reasonable performance given by Colpal, that is Colgate Palmolive, and Tata Consumer Products. It has also declared a steady results in this quarter. So I think the FMCG space has been brightened up because of this. We've seen today positive movement in HUL stock too. The next sector which we are going to cover is the cement space, and I think cement space is at the cusp of a dramatic change in the business dynamics. The competitive intensity has increased substantially due to the entry of the Adani group into the cement business. and this is likely to increase only going forward. We've seen a lot of numbers, frontline companies announce their numbers. We've seen numbers from Shree Cement, Ultratech Cement, Ambuja, ACC, Heidelberg Cement, smaller companies like Sri Digvijay Cement. They've also declared the numbers. And the crux of the earnings season for cement is that while volumes and realizations have been relatively stable, the margins and the profitability have been under severe pressure on account of the higher input costs as well as the extended monsoons. The extended monsoons have impacted the demand in a substantial way, so that is something which needs to be monitored. But the positive part is that the entire cement industry continues to be on a very positive trajectory. They are very confident about the prospects of the industry reviving in the near future, so that is something which we need to watch out for. The next sector which we would like to cover is the IT sector. I think we've already covered this sector in the previous edition too, but it's important that the commentary has to be covered. This week we had results from Tata Elxsi, and they've added maximum number of employees were added during this quarter, during Q2. Very positive commentary, but I think the margin miss is something which has impacted the stock, and we saw a substantial correction in the Tata Elxsi stock. Overall, we've seen Infosys and HCL Technologies which have raised their revenue guidance, and the market has taken all that quite positively. So overall, if one were to sum up for the IT sector, it continues to be a very positive investment idea from a medium to long term perspective. We expect the stocks to bounce back with an investment is recommended with a 6 to 12 month horizon. So that is as far as the IT sector is concerned. We are looking forward to numbers from Reliance Industries. I think Reliance Industries is expected to announce its numbers today. So that's going to be an important result to watch out for. State Bank of India are going to announce their numbers, and that is also an important pointer to watch out for. Going to the next sector, we have auto. In auto, we are expecting a good set of numbers from Eicher Motors, TVS Motors going forward. So these are some of the results which will be important to watch out for. We have in pharma, we've seen a few companies declare their numbers. Today we had the results of Laurus Labs, and Laurus Labs, they have reduced their guidance to some extent. The revenue guidance has been reduced, so the market has taken that negatively. The stock has corrected substantially in trade. Apart from this, there are certain themes which we have been banking on and we have been recommending. One is the defense theme with the Defense Expo 2022 underway at Gandhinagar. The defense stocks have been in the limelight, whether it is the like of Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Electronics, Bharat Earth Movers Limited. These are the stocks which are likely to be big beneficiaries out of this event. At the same time, we have smaller companies like Action Construction Equipment, HBL Power Systems, Tata Power. These are also likely to benefit in a significant way from the orders which are likely to be announced and the MOUs which are likely to be signed at Defense Expo 2022. Final section, we come to our Diwali picks. This is the Festival of Lights, and we have come out with our Diwali recommendations for 2022, and in this we have covered stocks predominantly like Midhani Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited. This is a PSU, it's a quality PSU which is into special alloys, and these special alloys are used in defense, aerospace and various other high-end industries. So this continues to be a stock of the future. This we have identified for our Diwali picks. Apart from this, we have recommended Indian Hotels Company Limited, the iconic Taj brand, which is known to everybody. We have recommended IDFC First Bank, which is on the comeback trail. This bank has increased its share of retail loans, and at the same time it has reduced its exposure to the infrastructure space. Another stock which we have recommended is Navneet Publication, and this Navneet Education is a quality education provider, and it's quite a household name. So Navneet Education continues to be a strong story. In the railway space, we have recommended Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, and I think railway is a space to watch out for because a lot of developments are taking place. Government is incurring a lot of expenditure on trying to modernize the railway infrastructure within the country, whether it is the rolling stock or whether it is locomotives, whether it is electrification of railways, or whether it is announcing dedicated freight corridors. So I think Rail Vikas Nigam is likely to be a big beneficiary out of this, and these are some of our stocks which we have recommended. And the final recommendation is Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited. Very strong potential in this business, in the caustic soda business. Strong expansion plans have been undertaken by the company, and we have given aggressive target for Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals too. With this, I think we come to the end of our program. This is the festival of lights. We have Diwali, so we wish all our viewers health, wealth, prosperity. Wishing you a very, very happy Diwali. Kindly revert back to us with your comments, and take care of yourselves, and wishing you a very, very happy Diwali once again. Thank you very much.